The Nintendo Christmas sale is here, and I think it's the coziest sale ever. The sale runs all the way until December 29th, so this video is perfect if you're a cozy gamer looking to pick up a bargain, or this is your sign to buy your loved one who is a cozy gamer an eShop card for Christmas. But before we dive right into my top picks from the sale, which there is a lot of, I just want to show you guys how you can pick up a game or two for free from the eShop, or at least give you some money off. So if you have picked up any physical games in the last year, then put the game in your Switch, press plus, and go to the My Nintendo Rewards and click Earn Gold Points. You can then use these gold points on the eShop to get yourself a discount. Now this can only be claimed once per physical game that you bought in the last year, but it can be a great way to pick up some extra games this Christmas. Next up is the sale games list, but before I do that, I just want to thank today's sponsor, Disney Magic Kingdoms, which has to be the mobile game I have been playing the most at the moment. In this mobile game, you build your own magical park after Maleficent cast a spell on the kingdom, and it's your job to restore it and get rid of the powerful magic plaguing the area. There's over 200 Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars characters to collect, and you even get to battle Disney villains. You're in charge of building all the attractions, and as time passes, they collect resources, allowing you to unlock more characters and build more attractions to unlock more areas of the park. You can also send your Disney characters on quests, and I love that every single time you finish a quest, you get to high-five the Disney character. I don't know, I just thought that was a great touch. And my favorite character, as always, is Jessie. I also low-key love how the game rewards you for sleeping, as when you wake up, you have a ton of missions to collect and resources. In the lead up to Christmas, there's also a special Holiday Magic Celebrations giveaway, where there are up to 5 prizes up for grabs. These prizes include stuff like a Disney Lego castle, and also a 1-year subscription to Disney Plus. And you'll be able to find the full details of the giveaway on the Gleam page, which I've linked in the description down below. To start off this list, we're going to start with some brand new games that literally came out last week. Firstly, we have the Little Gator game. This is 30% off and is just under £12. Now bear in mind this game is incredibly short, but it is also a very cute one and definitely a chill one. The story sees your older sister make up a fantasy game when you're bored, but she soon leaves for college, leaving you alone. When she gets back, she's too busy with assignments to play with you, so it's up to you to convince her to come back to the game. And the story is incredibly wholesome. You explore, make friends, and carry out quests for characters, trying to get them to join your cause. The best part of all of it is that you can do it completely at your own pace. And although there are some bad guys to fight that are made of cardboard, there's no health bar or stamina bar, so it's truly optimum coziness. Next is a game I just tried today, and that's Eeowna. This is currently 10% off and just over £10, and I played this today, and it's honestly, for the price, an awful lot of fun. You play as a red panda who, after getting back from the war, decides to spend his life in peace on a small set of islands. And whilst you're there, you relax and you spend your time helping the land to heal from the past, helping out people on the islands, and learning how to relax. There is so much character to this game and a surprising amount of content given that it's £10. Every time I thought I'd explored everywhere there was to see on an island, I'd find a new cave or path that I hadn't gone to. And then 3 hours into the game, I realized that I was on one of the 4 islands you can explore. This game is not linear. There's no set path you need to follow, nothing you have to do each and every day. You can take it at your own pace, run around and explore, and help villagers out with what they need. But the one thing that really surprised me about this entire game was the dialogue. There's not a whole lot to it in Eeowna, but when you get the chance to speak with someone, it never fails to either make me smile or bring a tear to my eye. What they have to say is truly so meaningful. The developers have already acknowledged that the Switch version does have a number of bugs, but they do say patches are on the way to fix it. Next up is a literal co-op staple, and that's It Takes Two. This is 25% off and just over £26. If you've ever wondered what the best co-op game on the Nintendo Switch is, or on any platform really, you're looking at it. It's truly unlike anything I have ever played before. It's such a unique experience. Now, the way the game's set up, you do have to play with 2 players. You can either do this online or in person. And the cool thing is, when you're playing online, only one of you needs the game. The other person just needs to download the friend pass, which is completely free, so you can play together and even split the cost of the game with a friend. In It Takes Two, you play as the couple Cody and May, who have been dealing with their fair share of marital issues. And this only gets made worse when they get turned into dolls by a magic spell. Throughout this journey, the couple need to overcome their differences and work together to try and find a way to turn them back into humans. And the story is one that's equal parts beautiful and emotionally damaging. If you know, you know. Each level not only sees you face different problems, but also sees you take on different powers. So you can play through this game twice to experience the whole thing. The way the teamwork is inbuilt into the entire infrastructure of the game is so much fun and so well done. And genuinely, I think this might be the perfect game for Christmas. Next is a game that I'm actually shocked I've never spoken about on this channel, and I know a ton of you already love, and that's Bugsnax. It's currently under £8 and 60% off. This is a puzzle adventure game packed full of character. You venture to Snacktooth Island, which is home to the legendary half-bug, half-snack creatures named Bugsnax. You were invited to the island by the intrepid explorer Elizabeth, but once you arrive, you found them nowhere to be found. In fact, the camp is an absolute mess, and their followers are scattered across the land alone and hungry. It's up to you to figure out where they are, figure out what on earth Bugsnax are, and also why they taste so good. Because the words "you are what you eat" truly does mean something in Bugsnax. There's over 100 different species of Bugsnax to encounter and catch, along with a diverse island to explore. Along with all of this, you can also decorate your home and even dress up your favorite Bugsnax. It's wacky in the best possible way. It's definitely something you should check out for this price. Next is another game I'm shocked I've never spoken about before, and that's Little Dragon's Cafe, that's reduced by 70% and is just under £14. This is actually created by the makers of the original Harvest Moon and is currently a lot cheaper than the Steam version, which is weird as you don't see that often. Little Dragon's Cafe follows a twin brother and sister learning how to cook and manage a cafe with their mother, when one day they find their mum just won't wake up. That's when a strange old man appeared at the door and told them that the only way they could save their mother was to raise a dragon. You can choose to play as either sibling in this largely story-based game, which sees you manage a cafe, explore the world, and raise a dragon. And the nice thing is, this is somehow even more chill than the Harvest Moon franchise. There's no money, no stamina, and no punishments for staying up late at night, meaning that you can do whatever you want, when you want, with no repercussions. And although the mini-games can get a little tricky at times, overall it's a very chill game and the perfect one to play before bed. Next is our deal for the day, and this is Silence. This currently costs under £2 and is 90% off. I couldn't really make this list without at least one point-and-click game, and this one's perfect if you're on a budget. You follow a 16-year-old Noah as they seek shelter in a bunker during World War II, and suddenly they find themselves in the crossroads between life and death, called Silence. The game follows Noah as he tries to find his sister, as this once serene landscape is now haunted with dark creatures. I am genuinely so intrigued by the game and its art style, and I think it's a great bargain. Here's another game that I haven't touched on too much so far on the channel, and that's Life is Strange. Both Life is Strange and True Colors are currently on sale at the moment, with True Colors being 50% off and Life is Strange being 25% off, making them both around £25. Life is Strange follows the story of Max, who after an incident realizes she can rewind time. This franchise is one of those games where everything you do will impact the story, with Life is Strange having 6 different endings. These games are truly award-winning for a reason, and they deal with difficult topics in such an incredible way. The storytelling and voice acting is literally unmatched on the Nintendo Switch, and it's something you should definitely try out if you haven't already. Next is our wildcard cozy game, and that's Hades. It's currently 50% off and just under £12, and I feel like I couldn't leave this off the list given how fantastic the game is. It also has incredible LGBTQIA+ representation, and it's an award-winning game for a reason. You play as Zargius, the son of Hades, who set out to escape the controlling grasp of his father Hades and escape to the world of the living. And despite the incredibly enjoyable battle mechanics, you will die a lot. But don't worry, you're a god, so you just get resurrected each and every time. And every time you do get resurrected, it actually gets you one step closer to successfully escaping. That's because each time you are bested, you are greeted by one of the gods, who consoles you, talks to you, and you'll be able to carry out quests for them, increasing your friendship until they become an ally. Then we have an absolute blast from the past, and that's Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition. It's currently only £6.99 and is 65% off. I kind of put this here more for the nostalgia than anything else, but my childhood was filled with playing these games, and this one comes with all the added DLC too. Now, it hasn't really been graphically enhanced, so it will look just as you remember in 2004. But there's a part of me that kind of loves that. And this is a great pick if you want to relive your childhood, only this time you don't have to beg your parents for the DLC. And it runs decently on the Switch too. Next, we have a game that literally filled my hours when I was at university, and that's Gang Beasts. It's currently just under £15 and is 40% off, and this is a game best played with friends and family. This is easily one of the funniest games I have ever played, and every single time I play it, I end up laughing so hard my sides hurt. The gameplay itself is pretty simple. You just have to be the last one left standing. And to do this, you must try and throw your friends off of the map. But the way the characters move just makes this all the more fun, as your limbs are incredibly floppy. Each level also brings you new challenges and new ways to throw your friends off of the maps. I feel like this is such an underrated party game, and I think it's perfect for Christmas. Okay, you've now made it to the speed section. Every single game I'm about to mention I've already spoken about in the last month on this channel, so they're not going to have an extensive segment about them, but the eShop is kind of rubbish at showing you amazing sale games, so I just don't want you to miss out. First up is Unpacking, is 30% off and just under £13. If you're unfamiliar, it packs a whole lot of story in a game that's just about unpacking. You follow the life of a woman as she moves out of her childhood home, only everything you learn about her and about her life is done through unpacking her belongings. Not only is it incredibly chill as there's no time limits, it's also incredibly satisfying. All the socks are already folded for you, so it's just a case of putting things away where you think they fit best. And if you're a completionist, there's also a ton of achievements to go after too. Then we have Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, that's currently £7.99 and is 84% off. If you don't know, all of the Ni no Kuni games are made by the Studio Ghibli creators, which means you can't really go wrong with these games. The music, the art style, the storytelling are so reminiscent of the classic Studio Ghibli films, and if you're looking for value for money, then this is a great pick. In this Ni no Kuni game, you play as Oliver as he adventures through the world in the hopes of bringing his mother back after a tragic incident. It sees you travel across the world, tame familiars, and take on enemies and challenges with a unique turn-based battle system. Then we have Jenny LeClue, that's just under £4 and is 78% off. I actually talked about this in my last sale games video, but I thought I'd throw it in again as so many of you spoke so positively about the game. It follows a young Jenny, a wannabe detective, as she embarks on discovering the truth after her mother is accused of murder. This edition not only has the classic incredible story and puzzle solving, but also is now fully voice acted. Next, we have a game I've talked about endlessly, and that's Harvestella. It's 20% off and just under £40. For this price, it is genuinely such an incredible game. And once you get past the slow beginning, it is truly a wonderfully written story carried out in an incredibly beautiful world. It's such a balanced mix between an RPG game and a classic farming sim, with the farming aspects being the main way to get money for upgrades, and the best way to make food and drinks to get added HP during boss fights. And the RPG elements of the game are the main way the story is told, seeing you venture far across the world, trying to figure out why what they call the Season of Death is lasting longer and longer each time it comes around and is threatening the people who live there. And as always, it's your job to stop it. And if you're looking for value for money, there is a lot of hours to be had. Next up is a little to the left, and this is the true meaning of a relaxing game. It's currently just over £11 and is 15% off. The puzzles in this are both equal parts satisfying and charming. And if you're lucky enough, you'll even have a rogue cat appear every now and again to lend a paw. Although this game is on the shorter side, you're also given daily puzzles tailored just to you to enjoy each day after you finish the main game. Then for 10% off, we have Potions Permit for just over £15. This is one of my favorite games of 2022, and it's great to see it become a tiny bit more affordable. If you're looking for the perfect cozy game with a great story, beautifully written characters, and a lot to do, then this is perfect for you. You are a chemist brought in by the capital to heal the sick of the village, and you do this by diagnosing them and brewing them up a potion. Although it's pretty clear from the start that the people dislike you. It's not long before you figure out why though, as you soon see the damage the previous chemist did on the land. So you set out not only to make right with the people of the town, but also fix and restore the land back to its former glory. If you haven't already picked it up, it is more than worth it. And then to finish off the list, we have the classic Ooblets. It's currently 33% off and is just under £18. This is another one of my top picks for 2022, and I'm not going to spend long on it as I have so many videos, but I just wanted to point out that it's currently on sale for an incredible price. The game has a ton of character, and I love not only collecting my Ooblets, but also dressing them up with all the Christmas items that they have in the game right now. That's everything for me today, and if you want to hear me talk more about those games at the end, then click this video here where I talk about my favorite cozy games. I'll see you next time. Bye!